Today, we get to see how this works. Hello, and welcome to Geekstreet Cafe. Now, I've definitely talked about smart home stuff before. I've been excited about it and stay on top of things when it comes to the new technology, but today is the first day I get to own some of it. So let's talk about this. This isn't just your average light bulb. This is a Philips Hue lighting system bulb. Now, before we get started, I wanted to go ahead and say that I am not sponsored, nor am I paid to advertise the Philips Hue company or the Philips company in any way. I'm not attached or affiliated, other than being a customer. So, this is my own personal opinion of how these bulbs work. So, the Philips Hue system allows you to control your lighting in almost any way you want. And it starts off with a small sandwich-sized box that you connect to your router. And that's called the Philips Hue Bridge. And what it does is it connects to your Wi-Fi, but also connects all of your lights in your house together. And it can connect up to 50 devices, 50 different lights all together. Now, I don't know about you, that's like, I don't think I even have 50 different places to put things in my house when it comes to lamps or lights or what have you. So I think I'm good. Now, once you get your bridge connected and you get your lights connected, you start to wonder, well, how does that work? Well, it's actually pretty simple. With the power on your lights on and your light connected to the bridge, it sends a small signal back and forth to the bridge, a small radio frequency signal. These signals are unique to each and every individual light bulb. They have their own serial number, they have their own code, and the bridge is able to tell the difference between each individual light. So then, once you connect all those, you can do things like group them together. So, for example, I can connect 4 of my lights to what I labeled as the den. And then in that, in the Hue app, I can just click on the den and all 4 of those lights will come on. So you yourself can give, names to these things and allow them to have specific titles. So what about range? You're like, okay, well, the range can't be but so good. I have a big house. It's like, say you have a larger house or you have some outdoor lights. How does that work? Well, that's kind of the beauty of their technology. Every Philips bulb, Hue bulb, has that radio chip in it. And not only does it send a signal back to the hub to connect with it, but it allows it to use itself as a bouncing object. So say there's one bulb really far away in my house, far away from the hub, but there's several bulbs in between. The furthest signal can bounce from each individual light until it gets back to the hub. So it can use it as range extenders, which is genius. Like, that's just the best idea I think they've had. So what can you do with these lights? I mean, sure, you can just turn them on and off. That's, okay, why not just keep your normal light switch? Well, if you have a smartphone, then you can do many different things, which we are going to demonstrate this morning. So, like I said, you can turn them off like so, and it will just, be basically like a light switch on your phone. But some other things you can do is, this is just a white light. So it's like your average bulb. It doesn't have any special features. It's an LED light. But what I can do with it is I can change the dimming ability on it, all with a bar on my phone. So within the Philips Hue app, it allows you some customization ability to, maybe dim the lights for a movie setting, or in the morning you don't want the lights on full bright, so you can just, bring them down to about 50% or so. So this is really cool. You get to have more expression with your lights. Now, I haven't purchased any yet, but there are some other lights, such as the color lights. These are, similar to the normal bulbs, but they have a full color gambit of options for you to change the colors to. And it's not just, dopey predetermined colors. You can literally, it has the color palette and you can choose what color you'd like, which permits even more customization. So Philips also carries things like lamps, basically little ambient color splashes. They have some ambience, like some wall splash lights that you can, hide behind couches and things. They also have some LED strips that you can hide underneath your cabinets, or, you can get creative. And all of these things are controllable through the app, which is awesome. So what else can you do with it? Well, say I like to get up, early in the morning. So when my alarm goes off at 5:30, I have to fumble around for the lamp and I have to try to see, and it's a pain. So what if I wanted stuff to do things for me automatically? Well, that can be done in the Philips Hue app. There is an option called routines, and you can set predetermined schedules. So for example, you can set so that when your phone leaves the Wi-Fi connection, all the lights in your house turn off. Or predetermined lights that you choose turn off. And then when you come back to your home and your phone automatically connects to Wi-Fi, it'll recognize that and it'll turn whichever lights you choose back on. So you don't even have to, when you get back home at night, you don't have to fumble around trying to find the light switch because they're already there. So what about some other things? Well, like I said, I get up early and I want my lights to come on automatically. So on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or, Monday to Saturday schedule, I can tell my den lights and my bedroom lamp to come on automatically at 5:30. Not only that, but say I don't want, suddenly just this light to just boom right in my face and, I'm blinded and I'm grumpy because I woke up weird. Well, it can work with that too. You can actually set it to fade in over a period of time. So I have it set to fade in over a period of 10 minutes. So very slowly and gently, my eyes can get used to the light. So by the time I wake up at 5:30, there you go. My lights are on. I don't have to worry about, tripping over things in my bedroom. And I can go out into the kitchen and the lights will already be on for me to make my morning cup of tea. So these are some really cool things that you can do with the Philips system. And with the app, you can actually, expand your abilities depending on how you customize things. I mean, it's really open to anything that you would want. And it offers just multiple different opportunities. So, you can have more than one bridge, technically. So let's talk about connectivity. Because some people would say, well, that's great while I'm home, but say I'm, away. Say I'm traveling. Say my Wi-Fi goes down and I don't have that opportunity. Well, let's talk about that. So through the app, you can create a Philips account and you can connect your bridge to it. Once you do that, you can actually, no matter where you are, as long as you have a cellular or Wi-Fi connection of any kind, you can turn your lights on and off. Now, some of your features might be a little bit limited, such as you can't really create routines, you can't, mess with the dimmers or anything like that, but in the very least, you can turn things on and off. Now, this is awesome in my mind because say I'm on vacation for a week and, most people will buy those little grindy timer things that you plug in and then you plug your lamps in and then it's like, and it's just constant same time every day, the lights go on and then off. Well, a burglar would be able to, see that the lights are coming on at a regular time schedule. So with this app, you can either set a routine where it'll, come on a regular schedule, or since you're connected and you can just do it yourself, whenever you're thinking about it, you can just click those lights on for a little while and then maybe just click those lights back off again. So even while you're on vacation and you're away, you can have that peace of mind of the lights coming on or routinely coming on and then off, however you'd like to do it. So what happens when the Wi-Fi goes down? What happens when you can't connect to your lights anymore, and can you just not turn them on? Well, Philips actually thought of that. Say you have no access to Wi-Fi, and I'm going to demonstrate right now. So say, my lights are on and then my Wi-Fi goes out and I can no longer turn my lights off. Well, that's what the switch is for. You can just turn your lights off, but say you want, your lights to actually come on without Wi-Fi. Well, the default mode of any light bulb connecting to power is automatically to be on. So even when you have no Wi-Fi, even when you cannot connect to your devices, it still permits you to control your lights. So I'm going to dim this back down now if you don't mind. And we're going to talk about one other thing. Electricity, price. Everyone wants to know how expensive these things are. So for your standard Hue white light bulb, it's about $14. Now, some people are going to be like, that's really expensive for a light bulb, but let me sweeten the deal a little bit for you. These light bulbs use very, very low wattage. In fact, if you left one on constantly, the electric bill for that light bulb would amount to about $2.50, thereabouts. So even with the light bulb on constantly, it barely uses any electricity. So that's great. Okay, you save some money on the back end when you buy a $14 light bulb. It's even better than some of the, high efficiency halogen bulbs and things they have out there. Because it's LEDs, it barely uses anything. So, but still, that doesn't offset $14 for just one light bulb. Well, let me talk about this. These bulbs are rated for between 5,000 and 10,000 hours of lifespan before you have to get another one. That's an enormous amount of time. So you really won't have to buy any other bulb for a really long time. So the price cost of $14 is great because you really won't spend anything for a lot of time. So that's awesome. What about some of the other things? Well, the more features you add, the more expensive things get. So with the color bulbs, the ones that offer the full color range and they still, function like a light bulb, those ones are about $50 a piece. But think about what you're getting. Not only do you get the power efficiency and the lifespan, but you also have a full color range experience opportunity. So I'm not saying that you would, cover your whole house with the color bulbs, but maybe for your home theater system, that would be something that you could do. You could mood light your lights, or maybe for certain lamps or certain areas where you want ambience light that's colored. You can do that. So that's kind of a special case. The LED strip wire, the color strips, they come in a roll and it's about $80, but it's a nice size roll, so the price evens out a bit. And those are great for things like, your kitchen or maybe behind your TV or your entertainment system, some things like that. So you guys can really get creative with these and really expand your lighting opportunity in a smart home way. So I wanted to talk one more thing about what these lights can do. Because it's a smart home, because you can connect it to things like your HomeKit app or your Amazon Echo, it permits you to do some really creative things. For example, you can actually customize your lights to be sound sensitive. So say you do that in your theater system where you have music playing, it can actually respond with color or light or flashes. You can customize that, or you just, fades and washes to kind of create an atmosphere for your music. But even more than that, you can actually have it bind to your TV and respond to your movies. So say you're in an action-packed scene and there's explosions and gunfire. Well, your lights can just start flashing, change colors. They can go out or in. If you're in a darkness scene, your lights will just go out. If it's really bright and the sun is out, they can rise and immerse you into the experience of your movie at home. It's almost like a 4-dimensional movie at that point. You're experiencing parts of that movie. And that's great. I haven't had the opportunity to do that to my own system yet because I haven't had time, frankly. But as soon as I do, I will update you guys because I want to see how it works, and I think it would be awesome. So this is the Philips Hue system. It's a little bit expensive to get started, $60 for, the bridge and 2 light bulbs, but you only have to buy that once. And then, however many lights you buy after that. So I'm kind of doing it in pieces, buying 1 or 2 light bulbs here and there and kind of expanding it room by room. But eventually I'll get to the point where my whole house is just smart home technology. And that is awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today at Geekstreet Cafe. If you like what you hear, make sure that you go down below, comment, like, subscribe especially, and then head over to Facebook and do the same thing. We post updates and things like that, keep people updated about what's going on in our lives. Also, I want to let you know that this episode has been brought to you by Triangle Insurance and Associates. These guys are the best at providing you with the best rates for insurance of home, life, auto, you name it. So go over to their website, it's down in the description, check it out, make sure that you, at least if you're interested in something like that, or even if you already have insurance, maybe visit them, see if you can get a better deal. These guys are awesome. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time on Geekstreet Cafe.